Okay, I'm Jeff. I was teaching high school web design to students in Guatemala City. That's a web page that they made. And if their phone went off in class, I would definitely confiscate it. I'm about to be ripping on clickers during my entire presentation, and this is just perfect. It's exactly what I meant to show you. How's it going back there? I got 50 slides. This is not going to go well. Okay. Hey, there we go. That's a web page. All right. So when a student's cell phone went off, I would call their parent or confiscate it. And that's exactly why this phenomenon of mobile devices in class snuck up on us as educators. Because inside a classroom, a student cell phone device is an illicit device. But outside the classroom, we're all big fans of mobile in education, right? So campus safety and homework reminders. But when it comes to mobile devices in class, our company, Poll Everywhere, found the first killer app. A 2012 study of cell phones in education said that Poll Everywhere was the #1 reason that a cell phone was ever used in a classroom. And that's mostly true, probably except for illicit uses, I'm sure. Whether we're talking about students or professionals, though, I don't think that our love of devices is necessarily just a bad behavior thing. Our multitasking culture is becoming more and more ADD, and our devices are getting smarter and better. And our tolerance for presentations is simply declining. Like, just look around you. There's a ton of you on your mobile devices. I don't fault you. You're using it during this presentation, and these are just pitches. They're 7 minutes each, right? Well, several months into creating Poll Everywhere, somebody told us about these things called clickers, and we looked at that and said that looked pretty medieval. And so last year we made a museum called the Clicker Museum online. And this is a model with a good battery life. Here's one that's P. Diddy's clicker. And here's a military training model. And even though these things are basically repurposed TV remotes, this guy at Vanderbilt, Derek Bruff, has done more research than anyone and compiled research that says they really do raise student achievement in classes. And students that might explain why half of students have to buy one sometime during college. And they're tweeting about how much they love this. There's about 20 more R-rated ones online that are really good. Okay. So for less than 1/10 the cost of this, using something they already own, we deliver something better. We work via the web. And students use their laptops, tablets, smartphones, or dumb phones via texting. And if you're a teacher, there's no way to say it nice. Clickers really suck to set up. But we're brain dead easy. Now, they said I couldn't demo, so we have to pretend. And beforehand, step 0 is people have mobile devices, right, judges? Yeah, they have mobile devices, see? So this is a real simulation here. And the next step is that they go to our webpage, the home page, and push the big green button. Step 2 is they define a question, like, am I winning this pitch competition, yes or no? And step 3 is that they start voting right away. So you guys can go ahead. This is interactive. This is live. It goes right into my PowerPoint. There's some drama. It's engaging, right? Yes. So even though we're a fraction of the cost, we can do a lot more than just clickers can. So you've seen how scary fast students are at texting. They can, instead of just voting, they can compose short messages. So here are learners correcting each other's grammar on a smartphone. We can run CNN-style debates, do team competitions and Jeopardy-style games, or have students vote on each other's answers to identify good thinking. In one-to-one programs, we've been used as young as 3rd grade. And while attendance is pretty easy in K-12, we don't take attendance in college often because it's simply difficult. And clickers almost had this solved, but unfortunately, college students are extremely inventive and resourceful. We don't have this problem when they're using their own cell phones. If you put classroom response on the web, you get network effects. Our users share their best polls. For example, this is user-generated assessments on ancient Egypt. We already allow publishers to import entire question banks from their titles into the library of activities, and this is content from one of McGraw-Hill's bestsellers. Beyond the features, we have great traction already. We stacked up an impressive position in the Fortune 1000, have over 4,000 schools using us, and we're one of the top 10 Y Combinator companies by revenue. And since this is a pitch competition, we have to have our obligatory, hockey stick up and to the right stuff. But the cool thing is that this data is real. These are our real hockey sticks. I know the judging criteria asks why we could be a category leader, but we are the category leader. And I think the reason why is because we're treating this as a brand new communication medium for all live many-to-one settings. And people in the past have tried to make specific tools for education. There's a YouTube for education, email and IM for education. They're not really enduring hits. And of the 40 or so companies that have started after us, I respect Top Hat Monocle, but they're specific to higher ed, and I respect Socrative, but they're specific to K-12. Here's why the everyone strategy that we're going after is going to be better than the educator-specific strategy. When we do 60,000 people at a Black Eyed Peas concert in Central Park, we have to learn how to be scalable. And if you think FERPA is tough, you should try winning enterprise contracts with defense contractors and banks. We had to build great security and privacy. When we work with McDonald's or HP or Virgin America, or we do primetime TV polling on the Travel Channel, we have to learn to make a very reliable product with professional polish too. Our everyone strategy, though, is paying off specifically in education. Over half of our users are educators, and this lets us get some really unique big data insights into education. So, for example, who do you think's faster, when you guess a wrong answer or when you work out a right answer? And we can use our data and tell you definitively that on average, using just 40,000 responses from the last month, knowing the right answer is 2.3 seconds faster on average. Since millions of K through 12 students have used this, have texted us, we can tell you interesting things like per capita, Wyoming and Iowa actually have really high cell phone usage in K-12. That's a heat map based on their usage. All right, to recap, we do a lot more than clickers for a lot less cost by using student devices. Our traction gives us an operational advantage. And by creating a great tool for lots of use cases, we've created the best tool for educators too. And that's going to result in better learning, better teaching, more student engagement, and we're going to raise student achievement therefore too. And that's what we're all here for, right? Thanks.